What's going on, everybody? Welcome to round 2 of the Falling Barn in Sedro Woolley, Washington, brought to you by Innova Champion Discs. Dylan Slade in house here, joined by
Kyle Reif. What up, everybody?
All right, we're bringing you another presentation of John Brown Disc Golf TV in partnership with Gateway Disc Golf. Round 1 showed us Kenny Clark absolutely shredding it with a 13 under. And joining him on the card today is going to be Nick Shuler, Nick Wood, and John Anderson, all chasing some strokes, hoping to pick up a few in this round.
You bet. I mean, Shuler's 4 back. There's a lot of scoring to be done, a lot of out of balance to be had out here, and then everybody's a good battle for second anyway, so.
And this is early in the morning too, so first shots might be a little rusty. Kenny Clark taking the forehand, came a little close to that OB right, but he stayed safe.
Yeah, starting it out with a big par 4. I mean, do you like a big throw to start a tournament, or would you prefer a shorter throw?
I think to start off the day in a cold tournament, I would probably like a tight wooded hole.
Okay.
Kind of hit a gap with a not huge crush, which I think Nick Shuler's going to give us here.
It's got a lot of... Okay, he did get it wide enough. It looks like he's probably going to be... Ooh, he did flirt with that. Nah, I guess not.
Camera angle made it look like it was a little closer.
Well, out of his hand, I thought he might be flirting with that out of bounds on the left side.
Yeah. But Nick Wood probably leaning on a destroyer here.
And that's a real safe play right there. That lower shot. Challenging the right side OP, knowing that if you get a skip, it's going to be a big one, keeping you inbounds.
Last on the pad is going to be John Anderson. I believe he's a Discraft sponsored pro.
Oh, you bet. Out of the Olympia area.
And definitely hanging this one out a little wide.
Yeah.
Too wide.
Not the way he wanted to start this off.
Has to take it a little bit far back, too. It's going to be tough to get one all the way up to the basket.
Challenge accepted. Maybe? No.
It's short of the road. He's just playing an upshot from there.
He's getting that par.
Kenny leaning on the forehand well.
And left himself in a good spot to continue what he did in round 1.
Yeah, tree in the way, but if you're that close, I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah.
Nick Wood's got to sneak under these branches, which he does perfectly.
You should have a look from there. He's got a tree, but...
And Nick Shuler going with a forehand. He's backhand dominant player. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of forehands out of him.
Looked like a pretty good one there. He's going to have that obstructed putt. John just getting under the basket for his easy 4.
I think he's going to be taking a 5-1 OB on the
He did go out of bounds.
And Shuler to start his day with a good bird. Aired it left.
It's always tough to challenge that tree that you need to get around.
Yeah.
For making that putt.
And Kenny to just kind of keep his birdie fest going from yesterday. Nick should be getting this all day. Attaboy. Good start to the tournament for these guys. Shuler cleans up his par. That almost...
Little drama there. Yeah.
A little more drama than I want on those putts, but as long as they go in.
John just got to take his medicine and move on.
Yep. Can't let the first hole dictate the entire round.
So this is your key hole.
Yep, this is going to be kind of an island green, I guess you could call it. It's going to be OB all around in the tall grass, painted line. Kenny's going to show us how you do it with an overhand. And not quite as good as yesterday, and came close to that OB line.
Came in a little hotter.
Nick Wood, I think he actually aced this hole a couple years ago in this tournament with probably that same putter.
Probably a shot that looked similar to that, yeah.
And
got another overhand coming. Looks like he's got the tomahawk grip too.
Yep. The ground play of the overhand shot is just so unpredictable. You kind of live and die by the roll.
But it's only got the same circle that it ends up in. Sometimes you can get get it to actually roll.
Yeah.
But that's safe.
Kenny from probably just outside the circle.
Oh man, killing it. See, yeah, in the first round, he didn't need this long.
No.
Putt. He was right under the basket, but he's like, whatever, man.
Apparently,
I don't
it wouldn't
to
have
be
made a
right there.
difference. John Anderson
That's
connects
a
on
great
a
putt.
great putt there. Right where you want to hit it every time.
John's an OG. He's been playing a long time.
Yeah. Low PDGA number. And Shuler and Wood give us a star
There's
frame.
that star frame. It was so elusive in the first round.
Yes. Two guys starting off 2 for 2. Everybody picking up the bird.
Getting into that second par 4 on this round. The falling barn.
The falling barn. Kenny putting a frisbee up above it, or at least it looks like it. It's well short, but it plays right to the spot you want to be.
You're just trying to get up on this hill, right? I mean,
Yep,
center
and
cut
maybe
of that.
come back a little bit to the right because you don't want to be too pinched by the building like Nick Wood's going to be here, because you still have to make a Mando right at the top of the hill. And if Shuler gets a little skip, he's going to be in a great spot. Yep.
Imagine the further right you get, really, the more
Yeah.
it opens up to you, doesn't it?
This looks tasty.
And he's outdrove the card there.
Shuler hanging a wide hyzer that came in pretty nice, but kind of skipped down that
And
slope.
that's pretty dense right behind there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you might not get far in there, but it's going to be
But you're going to get obstructed. Kenny left this one a little short, but he's
worked
still in
out
the
with
circle,
the whatever kind of automatic stop button he threw on that shot.
The brakes. I think that was John Anderson putting one almost in the bullseye. And
That was
Nick
good.
Wood's probably got the trickiest lie here. I don't think that's going to be able to come in enough to really give him a good putt.
Big step putt comes up short. Just going to have to settle for par.
Yeah, don't want that one to get lofty on you.
Some sort of human owl in the background.
I think that might have been a Sasquatch. Something,
It wasn't
something
a-
tooting and hollering. It may have even been Lori Heidemann.
I was wondering if it was a Lori Squatch.
Kenny with a great birdie putt.
John doing work too.
Yeah. Not picking one up, but not letting one go. So, Kenny and John with the birdies there. Kenny off to a 3 for 3 start again. 16 under through 19 holes? 21 holes. That's
My
pretty good.
public education math. I can't really keep up.
Yeah, I'm not even going to ask questions like that anymore.
I did see that the Knicks are tied at 10 down. Nice little battle going for second too. You know, you guys are playing for money, right?
Yeah.
Every putt counts.
Kenny giving himself a putt with the forehand. John Anderson taking a backhand that looked like it turned over a little too much on him and went partway down the hill. He might have a putt.
That looks like doom and gloom down there.
Yeah, it's not where you want to be. And Nick Wood let this one kind of go way wide.
He's gonna have a similar look down that hill. See if Nick
These
can
guys
straighten
need to
one up.
just kind of take it easy. They got two big arms. I think Nick put a pretty good height on this one. Yep, slid up nicely for him just inside the circle.
Nice angle there with our camera. Seeming to see this tunnel. But can't connect.
Oh, wow.
No change required.
Yeah, you don't need them.
I'm glad they're there, man. I like to throw my putts into the chains.
I mean, what do they say? Paint the pole, hit the pole. And John Anderson collects par here. I think that's going to be just one birdie on the card, and who else? Kenny Clark.
It's a theme.
Extending that lead to 6 strokes.
And, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, bringing us into hole 5. 309 feet. You got OB on the left. Kenny made the same mistake yesterday.
He's going for some kind of giant spike there, right?
Yeah.
He's just not hitting it wide enough.
I think he may just be kind of playing with that OB left in mind, maybe not wanting to hang a backhand hyzer that could get away from him. I don't know if you heard him, but after his drive, Nick was like, "Oh, your blowfly will go in anyway from there."
That feels like is he trying to diss on his Banger GT over there?
And I think the last putt that we saw on the hole prior was with that blowfly, not touching a single chain. Such a unique disc.
Fun to play catch with. I've never really played disc golf with it.
Well, playing catch with it makes me wish I kind of threw it in like tournaments or something like that.
Yeah. He's got a look.
Kenny nearly put it in.
Should have thrown the blowfly.
Yeah, no kidding. He knows next time. Good too.
Yeah.
There's one of those old school baskets.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah, looking like Pac-Man. Red Pac-Man. Shuler with a... Ooh.
I wanted that to go in because it looks so good.
I know, that was a beautiful looking putt. Sometimes they just get framed up so nicely.
Nick doing work.
Making sure he's not letting Kenny get too far ahead, picking one up on him there.
Yeah, a lot of golf and a lot of out of bounds, you know. I mean, that always raises the pucker factor a little bit. You know?
Especially just coming in closer to the end here. Things just, fairways start to seem to get tighter.
Mm-hmm. So the Knicks trail at 11 down and 6 back, but John's got the box.
And if this can flex, this is a great shot.
Meow. Come on, meow.
Cameraman's turning. Oh, he's close.
Beautiful.
This might go a little left, but this looks good too. Can't complain when I'm over there.
I mean, shoot, he's right at the circle or circle edge anyway. Thought that was going to turn more.
Yeah,
from the tee box
I think Shuler wanted that to stand up and go a little straighter. So 3 backhands. Kenny's like, nah, I'm sticking to the plan.
I threw it like a giant sky anhyzer.
Yeah, that was either his Max or his PD2. He's got a couple of discs that he can just mash on that crazy anhyzer forehand angle, and they come out every time.
You know if he's got like a baseball background?
He does. I believe he played college ball.
Not surprised to hear that.
Not at all. I think he actually still plays baseball too in a recreational league.
Sweet.
Yeah, I had to tone it down to softball.
Yeah, that's what happens to most of us.
John Anderson to pick up a 2. And I believe... Oh, would have been a stroke on the card. He knew it.
Cleanup time.
Yeah, that's a pretty common theme on this hole. Pars for everybody.
But it's a straight arrow on the T sign.
Yeah.
So I mean, you guys should get it, man. Just put it straight.
Yeah, that's the easiest shot, right? Just the dead straight laser beam.
400 feet. Yeah. Right. But this is another dead straight laser beam, a little more manageable in the distance department, but
and this is going to have OB left the entire way. So you don't want to kick left at all. John put a pretty good move on that. That was probably a mid-range Comet or something like that.
And this is a really difficult backhand hole, right? I mean, it's you've got to throw a touchy
Yeah,
straight
because
shot.
if you fluff it, you're OB.
And if you hit a good shot, the tree kicks are more likely to kick you out of bounds too than a sidearm. So kudos to you, John.
Yeah. I think everybody else is probably going to be going sidearm here. Kenny, I would bet cash money Kenny's
Sure.
throwing a forehand on any hole out here. And this looks good if it stays clean.
Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't even need to stay clean. It's good.
Stay down. I think it did.
Yes. There's that blowfly. Not this time, though.
Hey, get one of those.
Pick one up here. Knew it out of his hand. Fortunate to stay right there, though. Good
Nice
two.
putt from John, yeah. Two down on this tight little hole is nice. A couple guys getting under par. More importantly, gaining some ground on Kenny here.
Yeah, trying to make things a little bit more interesting here.
And we get a little separation between Shuler and Wood, too. This is a tough shot.
Yeah, bringing us to hole 8. Probably the second toughest par 3 out here.
Big flex shot.
That's how you're going to access the pin, but I think most guys are probably going to just play a safe forehand that guarantees them the 3.
Okay.
Because even the backhand here, it's pretty tough. And this was let go a little early and has a little too much hyzer on it, but stays safe. Pretty easy chip from there.
Nick got a little too
Yeah, that
flat
got
with
straight.
that.
I know Nick Wood is not necessarily a sidearm dominant player.
But he's not afraid to chuck one out there, right? I mean, he's
Oh,
got...
no. I'd still say it's above average. And Kenny didn't really have a great shot there, but fortunately it's on a hole where you're not really trying to get the 2.
Sure. Did have kind of a look at it in the first round.
Good upshot there. And Nick going with a
Going straight to
forehand
that
roller. Hit something and stop.
Yeah, if you like.
He's got a putt there.
Yeah, John can maybe give this a nice little jump up bid. Let's chance at the birdie.
Bang, bang.
Oh, nearly.
Great run.
I hadn't even tasted any food, and I was like, oh.
3s for everybody here.
Which is the plan.
Yep.
I mean-
Yeah. There's a couple holes out here where I just tell myself, just get your 3. Don't let this hole become anything more than that.
Right. And I think you mentioned earlier that there was only one birdie for the whole weekend. On this.
Yes.
Right, so-
Might have been spoiler alerts at the time.
That's all right.
We live and we learn, but Matt Zlatish with the great 2 over the weekend, so.
So an island here looks like.
Yep, this is the island hole, hole
Okay.
9. Little over 200 feet. I think everybody's just going to be playing a stable putter.
It looks like a little tight.
Yeah, he might have let that go a little. Ooh,
Or
Good tree.
Maybe not.
and just stop.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I'll take that kick. Shuler probably throwing a wizard here. And
A little hot.
skipped. Pound that OB.
Pretty commonplace. Looks like a lot of shots kind of filter down to that.
Yeah,
Where that shot
the
ended
slope
up.
of the ground kind of just naturally filters them there.
And you got a lot of those little alder trees. Oh.
Oh, Kenny nearly skipping it in there. And doesn't get a roll away. Nice little backboard tree. Shuler from a drop zone.
So straight to the drop zone.
Yeah,
Even
and
though he
it's
touched in
if you're
bounds.
running it and you don't hit one of those trees and you miss the putt, you might go OB again.
Lovely.
It's probably just layups from the drop zone for the most part. Oh, Nick. He wants that one back.
Mm-hmm.
Giving up that stroke that he got from Kenny that hole a couple holes ago. Even close putts can still give you kind of tricky looks here with all those trees in the way. You gotta do straddle left, straddle right.
You're on a hill too. You can easily hit the cage. You know what I mean? You're rolling. So, but pretty routine here. Unfortunately, Shuler's gonna drop a stroke on a. I would imagine a pretty hole that you guys are expecting.
Taking a bogey on probably the easiest hole out there. But that's gonna do it for the front nine. Thanks for watching, guys. Whole lot of fun. Looks like Kenny has extended that lead to 7 strokes again. Join us for the back.
All right. There you go.